This gathering stands as a testament to our collective commitment to fostering growth, integrity, and excellence within the Nagaland civil service. With great enthusiasm and a profound sense of responsibility, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for being a part of this crucial event. Nagaland, with its diverse ethnic communities and distinct geographical challenges, demands a bureaucratic structure that is not only robust and efficient, but also deeply attuned to the intricacies of local dynamics. As custodian of the public trust, the onus falls upon us, the civil servants, to navigate these challenges with unwavering dedication, integrity, and a proactive approach to sustainable development. Our duty, it transcends administrative roles. It involves actively contributing to the holistic development of our society, ensuring that every policy and decisions taken reflects the aspirations and welfare of the people we serve. As NCS officers, our responsibilities are multifaceted, and it is imperative that we remain steadfast in upholding the principles of good governance, transparency, and accountability in all our endeavors. Today, as we deliberate on the various challenges and opportunities that lie ahead, let us collectively pause and reflect and make an attempt to rekindle the spirit of empathy, compassion, and dedication that motivated us to join the civil service. Let us foster an environment of collaboration where ideas and best practices can be shared and implemented for the greater good of our state. In today's rapidly evolving world, as civil servants, we must recognize the transformative power of technology and its potential to revolutionize the way we serve our state and its people. I, on behalf of the association, express our sincere gratitude and appreciation for the recent initiatives undertaken by respected Chief Secretary, the Additional Chief Secretary and Financial Commissioner, Government of Nagaland, to enhance the capacity building of the Nagaland Civil Service officers. The efforts and resources dedicated to this vital sector is a significant step towards ensuring that our civil services are equipped with the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively meet the evolving challenges of our time.
Nagaland Civil Service, as we all know, is the premier civil service of the state. It is a vital institution because it is responsible for implementing the laws and executing policies and programs of the state government, and it acts as an agent of social change and economic development. I was really impressed to see the heartwarming and inspiring stories that have been so beautifully documented. I think it really should inspire each and every one of the members of the association and even other members of the society, where the officers are working in difficult conditions, and yet the satisfaction that they derive out of bringing about some change, making a difference to the lives of some people, and also getting the understanding and insights about how people are living, what are their needs, what needs to be done. All this is actually extremely, extremely important, because these insights that you gather in the field, they become the input for the government policies, programs that you design along with others when you work in the secretariat or in the directorates. We know that the emoluments and the perks that an NCS officer gets may not be comparable with the kind of earnings that people have in other professions. But then the unique opportunity to serve the people and bring about their upliftment is what makes civil service so special. Civil servants are significant stakeholders in ensuring the progress of the nation and are uniquely positioned to improve the lives of citizens. They are the most visible and effective agents of change in our society. You all know that civil services are given special protection under the Constitution of India, under Article 309. We are all protected. And the kind of protection that has been given is actually an attempt to insulate the civil services from extraneous pressures. Some of the pressures were hinted at by the President of NSA. Maybe the framers of the Constitution those days, they realized that the civil services will require that kind of protection. Otherwise, it is possible that in the hands of some unscrupulous elements, the services may not be able to discharge the responsibilities that we cast upon them. So that's why, in terms of, we have a permanent service. It is not a temporary service in the first place. Secondly, there is no hiring and firing system in the service. In the government service, I should say, but particularly for civil servants context, there is no hire and fire. Just imagine if a system of hire and fire was there, what would happen? It will be impossible to actually have a rule-based society. It would have become a society where you do the work which is expected of you, or what is being directed, whether it is as per law, whether it is lawful or not lawful. And if you don't follow, then you are checked out. So that kind of system is not there. Your service conditions are protected. They cannot be varied to your disadvantage. So these are the protections that are available through the Constitution. And as an organized bureaucracy, we enjoy all these privileges. We know that there are some system inefficiencies, like what was being referred in the transfer postings. we would very much like that we follow a very objective and rule-based system in transfer postings. And in fact, I'll personally be very happy to look at the suggestions that the association is giving, and I can say that we will try our best to ensure that a proper system of transfer postings is put in place.
We have Andrew C. Inti on the lead guitars. We have Rokosito Ketso on the guitars. We have Moasinep on vocals and Kevituto Rose on vocals as well. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the NCAC band.
The NCS was constituted in the year 1959, when our state was then known as the Naga Hills Twinsang area. Since then, the cadre has grown in strength to, I'm told, 274 members. As the premier civil service of the state, many of its illustrious members have rendered outstanding service to the people of the state during the most difficult times without fear or favor, providing leadership and direction, as we have witnessed in the video that was shown at the start of the program, and to the security of the people. Some of them have made the ultimate sacrifice with their lives. We honor and salute all of them today and encourage the next generation of officers to set similar high standards so that the association will continue to be the backbone of administration in the state. As the premier civil servants of the state, there must be the abiding sense of commitment in each and every one of you. Your aim should be to set high standards and achieve excellence in the profession for the manner in which the officers perform the duties with efficiency and directly impact on the well-being of the citizens. I would like to remind each and every one of us, especially the officers as administrators, be it in the districts, the subdivisions, or the circles. We are not only the most visible of faces of the government, but you are also expected to lead the team, and your level of performance would lead the people to form their impression of the government you represent. Accordingly, good performance on your part will bring accolades to the government, and lack of it is criticism. We all are in the same system. As members of this premier service, it needs to be clearly understood that you also have certain responsibilities and are accountable as well, just like us, the elected members. Prized postings, as earlier speakers have spoken, mentioned, or such tendencies may be harmful in the long run, for they have the effect of eroding the image and the standards of the service. And so I urge the association that the association may take corrective measures to overcome such tendencies, if there are any, so as to lift the morale of the service to new heights and standards. We are in an ever-changing world, ever-changing society, where the role of the civil servants have undergone tremendous change. Its role is no longer confined to just the upkeep and maintenance of the rule of law, but is becoming increasingly development-oriented, focusing especially on the socio-economic upliftment of our people. Today, our state is undergoing tremendous changes under sustained initiatives or policies of both the state and central government, wherein the NCS officers are actively contributing, such as the Lighthouse project, the Element Nagaland project, the Chief Minister's health insurance scheme, the IDANT initiatives, and heading several state missions, etc., etc. Today, governance in our state is truly grassroots based, and in a given backdrop, it will not be out of context to say that our rural areas have become the heart of the government in our state, which is true, as more than 90% of the populace are concentrated in the rural areas. Districts and villages are now the recipient of huge direct funding from both the center and the state. However, the devolution of these responsibilities to the grassroots level is not without concern. A vast majority of our village level functionaries lack the experience, the expertise and infrastructure to make the best use of these resources placed at their disposal. It is therefore of utmost importance that our sincere NCS officers continue to discharge your duties sincerely as you have continued to do so, and give the right direction and guidance to our people in the rural populous area so that we move towards real economic growth and prosperity. NCS officers, by virtue of your varied field experience, and I supplement the words of our Chief Secretary, are an asset that can bridge the gap between the government policies that many a times may have been overlooked, and by providing critical inputs to the government to enable change and adaptation to differing local conditions and requirements, so that the government functioning can become more relevant and effective. And all this can be meaningfully actuated if only the officers are well trained and equipped for meeting the expectations of the people they serve. And quite rightly so. As speakers before me have tried to encourage each and everyone here that a training and self-introspection and to update our techniques and way of working is an integral part of that. It is my hope and belief that the present government is committed to improving the cadre management of the service, to provide better working conditions while introducing intensive focus on capacity building of the NCS officers through better analysis of training needs required at various levels, which I believe will foster sound management, sound governance, and persistent rededication to achieving results. These are necessary to ensure that the governance system moves swiftly towards an even more efficient and accountable and transparent administration and seamless service delivery. I would once again urge all the officers to take hold of all possible opportunities to avail of trainings and thereby broaden your outlook and enrich with newer ideas and learning. We are continuing making an effort to do so with all the honorable members at the Assembly Secretariat, and I would be coming back to that in a few moments. And I take this opportunity to also encourage our senior officers and all the Nagaland Civil Service officers on a similar note. One very important factor that will determine the importance of the association in the years ahead will be the manner in which its members learn to adapt to the changing times and the working environment, particularly in this highly competitive age of communication and information technology. As our respected Chief Secretary had mentioned, he is an officer, I take pride in saying this, who has worked with my late father as SDO, and now we are working together. As he was sharing his experience from the days he was working where issues were localized and now issues are globalized. There are many things which we have to update ourselves and we have to prepare ourselves to meet those challenges and to face those challenges together. There is also the tendency on the part of many, maybe in the later part of the services, to shy away from learning new skills without realizing that learning is a lifelong process and that such skills will continue to be relevant whether in or out of service. Technology and integration and learning is a continuous process. I urge all our dignified and respected NCS officers to make best use of the facilities to your advantage, for it will help the service to stay relevant in the changing times. By virtue of being members of the Coviscious and Nagaland Civil Service, there are but a few of the numerous tasks and responsibilities that have been placed in your hands. We know of all of you are heavily burdened. All of you have family commitments to meet. And above all that, time and again you have given your sincere best in the service of our people. We appreciate the commitment with which you have met all these challenges, and I'm sure you will continue